Hello friends, in the series of BSE IPF today we will talk about index funds. In last session we have seen what are the options available with us in equity section, and one of the first options we are going to discuss is index fund. Index fund is for those investors who are very much new to the market and they are confused with so many schemes available in the market. It is for those investors who are having the horizon of at least 8 to 10 years in the market. They want to stay in they can stay in the market for 8 to 10 years. They should go for index fund, and it is for those who are planning for their long-term goals. It can be retirement, it can be wealth creations. Who are planning for such goals, index funds can be the option. It is a passive fund. Fund manager will invest entire AUM in exact the same proportion in which the index is built. So he need not to plan any other strategy. He will replicate the same proportion as the index is having. That's why it is called as a passive fund. It will give the exact same returns as the index is delivering, and the returns can be little bit different than the index. It can be slightly more or slightly lesser. Whatever is the difference is called as a tracking error. So whenever we are choosing an index fund, we should see the least tracking error of the fund. Then the expense ratio, SEBI has declared that expense ratio should not be more than 1% for the index fund. Usually we can see the expense ratio is around 0.7, 0.8, 0.5. Expense ratio, lesser the expense ratio, more the returns are. Horizon we have discussed 8 to 10 years it should be there. Taxation for long-term capital gain tax, whatever the profits we are getting on our investments are treated as a capital gains, and if we are getting it before 1 year, then we have to pay 15% tax, and if after 1 year we are getting above 1 lakh rupees, then without indexation we have to pay 10% tax. Who should invest? We have discussed whosoever is the investor should have minimum horizon of 10 years. If you are new to the mutual fund, then index fund is the option. To balance your, or if you are expecting returns of 10 to 12%, 13%, we have seen in many sessions that Sensex have delivered around 15% returns. We may not get 15% in future. We may get 14, we may get 13. If we are expecting 12 to 13% returns from the market in future, for stability, those who are looking for stability in the portfolio and equity, then index fund is the option. How to invest in index fund? You can call your mutual fund agents, brokers, online portals, apps are there from which you can invest. Nowadays offline transactions are banned. Call your agent right away and ask him to do all the transactions. He can do the transactions from BSE Star online platform. You can do all sorts of transactions through it. You can start your SIPs, you can do lump sum investments, you can do additional purchases and everything. As the market is in this situation, we should take the advantage of it. So start your investments with your index fund, and you are liking our sessions. Thank you very much for that. In next session we will see about some other fund, and don't forget to write your name along with your email address. Also you have to say thanks to BSE IPF and SEBI also. Thank you very much. Stay home, stay safe.